Alrighty, guys. So I have changed around footage a lot today. Like a lot. It's been a long day. I've literally been filming stuff since 2 o'clock this afternoon. I think it's now 7 p.m. But okay, so here's what the deal is. My name is Kiera. This is sort of my first official YouTube video because I'm gonna upload it and I'm keeping it there. Even if it is sort of a disaster. So today is May 1st, 2020. We are currently still quarantining here in Virginia because of the coronavirus or COVID-19. And I guess I really decided to do all this because this month is my birthday month. My birthday is on May the 30th. Most people who know me don't even know my birthday because I hate it that much. I don't talk about it. I don't usually tell people when it is. It's literally just a day I dread, quite honestly. But this year I want to be more positive. I want to actually celebrate my 22nd birthday. I want to just have a more positive outlook on life, I think. I'm a single mom of a 1-year-old baby boy. His name is Houston. And I've gone through a lot that has kind of, for lack of better terminology, made me a bitter person. And I guess I've just gotten to the point where I don't want to be anymore. When I was 18, I was in my first year of college. I go to the illustrious Hampton University, a historically black college. And I loved it. I mean, I ran into a lot of social issues there and all that stuff, but that's everywhere. That's college, that's freshman year. You get a real slap in the face of life. So I definitely did. But I fell in love with a young man. Met him there, and he lives in Atlanta too. I'm originally from Atlanta, so he was from Atlanta too. So that summer, we went home and he was doing all this wonderful, magical boyfriend stuff, and I just finally just, ooh, girl, y'all, he was my cinnamon apple. Okay, he was my cinnamon apple. Like, he really truly was. Never ever been in love with anyone before him. Quite honestly, haven't fallen in love with anyone after him. He was just everything to me. Long story short, he broke my heart, and I kind of went into a self-destruction mode after that. Like a full-on, straight up, y'all, I was on some wild shit. Just nothing too crazy until later on. But I was on some pretty wild shit. Like, I had just lost myself. I didn't know what to do because I'd never ever experienced someone who seemed to like really, really care about me like that. I'd never ever experienced anything like that in my life before. Just someone randomly doing things to me, someone who always wanted to be around me. It was foreign to me. So what young woman wouldn't fall in love with that? Wouldn't be in love with that? I mean, he was like a dream. He was everything to me, y'all. I was devastated when everything that happened. I mean, I didn't know what to do. I just fell apart. I really, really, really did. You talking about drinking all the time to the point where there's a lot of weekends from first semester of my sophomore year I don't remember. Like, just straight up no recollection. Like, people talk about it sometimes and I'll be looking like, ha ha. Okay, because I don't remember. So yeah, there's that happened, and I lost a young woman who I thought would really, really be my best friend. She didn't die or anything. She didn't die. She just did some trifling shit and we stopped being friends. So yeah, I was just alone. Like, I just felt so alone to the point where I did get to a point where it's just like, I just don't really want to do this anymore. Like, I just got to a very, very, very dark place very, very quick. We'll put it like that. So then, I don't know what miraculously happened. I just got on this positivity burst and I said, you know what? Things are going to change. I'm going to be different. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Like, I just want to be better. I want to be happy. I want to stop being sad, you know? That was in December of 2017. And things were good. Like, I was happy for a little while, you know? And in January of 2018, I met my, life changed. Life really, really, really changed. I met a young man that I was just so enthralled with that reminded me so much of the young man that had broken my heart. And this is my first time ever saying this. So whenever anybody sees this, yes. Okay? Yes. All right. So he just, I don't know, like they were the same sign, which I really still think has a lot to do with the lot. But I mean, just the sarcasm, the quirkiness, the charm, the just, oh my God, except he was taller and buffer. Like that was the only difference. Like he was just 6'5", fine, strong, funny, y'all. And it was like, to this day, not that I've really gone on many dates since, quite honestly, because I'm now a single mom. I'm getting to that. But I still have never gone on a date that was as great as me and this young man's first one. So yeah, that was January 31st, 2018. By February 28th, 2018, I was pregnant. Didn't know it yet at the time. I didn't find out I was pregnant until, I can remember the day, March 19th, 2018. I took 4 pregnancy tests. All of them bitches was like, yep, you're pregnant, girl. You're pregnant as a motherfucker, okay? Like, because them little lines showed up so quick, y'all. I was just, it was an ordeal. It was a lot. So yeah, this dude I had met who reminded me so much of the young man who broke my heart, and I just thought he would be a replacement and all this stuff. He is now my baby's daddy. After March of 2018, my life kind of just, it's been a lot. It's been a lot of changes, it's been a lot of adjusting, but I'm getting ahead of myself. So I got pregnant. I was in the second semester of my sophomore year in college. So I'm looking at these pregnancy tests. I was at an older woman who I did work study with. I was at her house. I went to her house all the time. She is still like a second mother to me. Love that woman with all my heart. I'm not using any names in this video, but those who know me know. Well, I can use her name, Miss Harris. Yes, like she's just the bomb. So that's whose house I was at. So I'm sitting there. I'm looking at her. I didn't cry right away. I was just in shock because I had even been texting my child's father. You know, I texted him a few days prior. I said I've been feeling really, really sick and dizzy and nauseous, and I said I haven't missed my period yet, but I think I may be pregnant. He said, okay, just let me know. Mind you, at this time, y'all, we hadn't talked since the last time we had sex. The last time we had sex was the night that I got pregnant, or the morning rather. I still don't really know how I ended up getting pregnant, y'all. This man didn't come at me. I don't know if that has to be censored or something on YouTube. I don't know how it works. But yeah, I think we had gone in for round 2 and he just didn't wipe off. I really think that that's how I got pregnant, y'all. So when you think everything's all good, you need to double check. Because that's how I got pregnant. That's how I got knocked up. I'm convinced. I don't think there's any other possible explanation to how I got pregnant. But that's besides the point. So, yeah. So I texted him the day of telling him, hey, you know, I got the pregnancy test. I'm about to take the pregnancy test. I'll keep you updated. He said, yeah, just let me know. That was like the magical phrase. Just let me know. Okay. All right. Not freaking out at this point yet. So yeah, after we took them 4 tests, I figured out, okay, I'm pregnant. So I calmed down. I was freaking out. And the first 2 things she asked me, what do you want to do? I knew immediately. I said, I don't want to kill the baby. I don't want to give the baby away. So everybody knows there's only one other option. Oh, okay, so you about to be a mama. You're about to be a mama. You're 19 and pregnant. You're about to be a mom. So once we got past that, I just started freaking out because I'm just like, yo, what the fuck am I going to tell my parents? When the fuck am I going to tell my parents? I'm in fucking school. They're going to kill me. Like, oh God. Y'all. And I'm thinking of all these things. And, I started getting overwhelmed. So I teared up a bit. I didn't like ball out crying when I found out I was pregnant. Just because I think I had known for a little while that it's like, girl, you're pregnant. I don't know how I knew for a little while, but I just knew, like, I had just been feeling like, oh my God, I think I'm really pregnant. Like, I just really think I'm really pregnant. Me and my child's father, I think we had used protection once. To this day, I think me and him have only done it maybe like 6 or 7 times in the 2 years now that I've known him. I think we've only done it 6 or 7 times. I can think of one time that we used protection. We started off using protection, and after we weren't. So yeah, so I was like, okay, I really do think I'm pregnant. I'm just not feeling right. I'm feeling sick. And when I missed my period, I said, okay, that's the telltale sign, honey. There's a baby in there. So I took all the tests, I was praying about it. I said, okay, I'm not pregnant. I'm not pregnant. I'm just stressed. So I'm not pregnant. I'm good. I'm just stressed. No, I was pregnant as hell. So yeah. So I called my child's father. I told him, okay, so I am pregnant. And y'all, literally, I remember the exact phone call. I remember his whole freaking reaction. Literally. Okay, wait, you sure? Okay, alright, like, you sure? Okay, let me call you back. That was it. It's literally a 30-second conversation. So, he didn't call back that night. He did not call me back that night, which had me freaked out. But the very first person that I told was my older sister. And she was like, okay, we're gonna do this. She asked me what I wanted to do, what I was doing. Even though she really didn't have to ask, my older sister knows me. She knows, okay, Kiara's pregnant, Kiara's having a baby. So she's like, okay, we're gonna do this. I'll be here. I'll help you. I'll support you. The best reaction I got that night, I'll definitely say that. The best reaction I got that night. Everyone else's reaction was shit. She told me I should probably call my older brother. My older brother had just had my nephew. So I call him. I'm expecting, the same kind of positive energy. He told me he told me he thought I should get rid of it. And he told me he knows that sounded harsh, but, he was just saying, this is a journey he's just starting to embark on. Being a father, this is hard. Like, it's hard. It's so hard. I don't wish this on anyone. It's hard. And he was like, you're not even with this guy. You barely know this guy. You're gonna be a single mom. This dude's not gonna stick around. You might need to rethink and make another decision. That's when I cried. I think that after, that conversation, I think I teared up a bit. No, I was crying. I was full out. Thugaliciously crying. So after him, I cried a little bit. Miss Harris held me. Then I called my uncle, I told him, okay, well, what should I do? Who should I tell first? He was like, well, you should tell your dad first because your mom's reaction is going to be so much worse. he was like, you don't have to tell them now, but when you do it, that's how you should do it. And of course, me being me, the me that I was, I'm like, okay, well, yeah, he's probably right, because my mom, like, she's all about me going to school. She's all about, my mom is militant, okay? Like, she's very, like, strong, independent black woman. You have to have an education. You have to be the top of the top. You have to be the best, because I know that that's what you are. That's how my mama is. So I was like, okay, my uncle's probably right. My mama probably is going to react way, 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 way worse. So I concluded there that night. So fast forward 2 weeks, I really started getting anxious about having to tell my parents. And Miss Harris had told me, she said, you don't have to tell them now. She said, but when you start feeling like you're getting anxious about it and you just keep pushing it off, she said, that's when you need to tell them. Because it's just like, they're going to come and pick you up at the end of the semester. By that time, you will be showing. So it's going to get out one way or another. I say, okay, damn, you're right. And I don't want that. I don't want it to be like, oh, hey, Kiara, we missed you. We're ready to pack your stuff up. And look down at my belly like, oh, what's that? But, yeah, so I'm like, okay, oh, God. So I remember this day. I went into the student activities office. I told her, hey, like, I'm feeling anxious. I think I'm just going to go tell him. She let me go into the back. There was, like, anyone who goes to Hampton knows there's, like, an opening in the student activities office in the back where they have lunch. So y'all have extremely sensitive skin. I've been scratching, so that's what that is. I'm not dying. There's nothing weird going on with me. But, yeah, so she told me to go back there. So I sat back at that little table. Mind you, this is like, I think I called in maybe 15, 20 minutes before I had a class. It was in between classes that I had called my dad. I think I had like a 30 or 45-minute break, one of those things. It was a break in between my classes. So I texted him that morning and told him I had something to tell him. And I told him I would call him later on. Y'all, most traumatizing conversation I've ever had in my life. Still to this day. Me and my dad still do not have the same relationship that we had. Like, when I tell you I was a daddy's girl, like, and that man has never ever been perfect, but I was a daddy's girl. Do you hear me? Like, my dad was my homie. The love of my life. Like, I loved and adored my daddy. And he broke my heart that day. Broke my heart worse than any young man ever did before. Any young man that comes even in the future that's going to end up breaking it. Nothing will ever hurt me as much as my dad did that day. I don't want to go into detail, but worst 15 minutes of my life. The worst 15 minutes of my life. I'm trying to think, has there been another worst 15 minutes of my life? I don't think there has. Literally. Worst 15-minute conversation I've ever had in my life. The most discouraging. I was bawling, crying. Like, hyperventilating. Like, someone had to come in the back to check on me. Like, they were worried and concerned. I had a test to go to in 10 minutes to go and take after I got off this phone call. So I cried, I got it out, wiped my face, and walked my black ass to class and took the test. Got an A on that thing. But yeah, I had to take a test that day. My test in that class, I went to my dorm. I hid out in my dorm room for the rest of the day. Like, I was done. I could not face the day. I wasn't going to normal class. I didn't give a fuck. I was like, I cannot face this thing anymore. So I'm sitting on my bed and I'm sad. And he calls me. He's like, listen, Kiara, I really just don't think you should go through this. I really don't think you should do this, yada, 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 yada. And I just told him, I said, hold on. I said, I can't. And I just started busting out crying because I'm still hurt trying to process what my father had told me hours before. And I just was like crying and I'm trying to get words out. I just told him I can't do this right now. So he said, all right. He hung up the phone. He sent me some money so I could get something to eat. Y'all know I ordered like 4 pizzas. I was like, I wanted some pizza. So yeah. And I just took a deep breath and I said, okay, let me go ahead and get my mom out the way. And y'all, before I even got words out on the phone with my mama, I was crying. And she was like, Kiera, like, what is it? Well, what is it? And I told her, I was like, I don't want you to hate me. I don't want you to get mad at me. She said, I'm not going to hate you. What is it? And I told her, I said, I'm pregnant. And I just started bawling out, crying even more. Dad hates me. And this is what he does. You know, she's like, okay, Buggy, calm down. Calm down. Like, calm. My mom was so calm. Like, she ain't scream. She ain't nothing. She was like, were you trying to get pregnant? Like, and she said it just like that. Well, Kiera, were you trying to get pregnant? There's ways to prevent this. Then that's all she said, and I just stopped crying. I was like, no, I wasn't trying. It just happened. So yeah, her reaction was way different than my father's. But there were times where me and her weren't seeing eye to eye. I didn't talk to either of my parents for a good month after I told them. Everything was fine that day when I told my mom, but the next day when she was trying to get me to figure out a plan, what was I going to do, you know, because she still needed me to stay in school. Like, that was her thing. She was like, I still need you to stay in school. Like, that's all I care about. You can have this baby. You need to stay in school. But yeah, after I told my parents, I didn't really talk to either of them for a month. My mom started sending I love you texts and, you know, checking on me texts and stuff. So I said, okay, well, she's really on my side. Me and my dad didn't talk. I blocked him for a little while. But yeah, me and him didn't talk until 2 months later when he was on the way to pick me up from school. I'm traumatized from that car ride back to Atlanta. I'm saying all of this part of the story today because I am going to get into it with it. There's a lot of traumas I experienced during my pregnancy from my father in particular that have left me very conflicted about myself, I guess. Words that still haunt me and play in my head to this day. And this was over 2 years ago that this happened at this point. It was a lot for me. As it would be a lot for anybody. With him, and I was like, oh my God. You really are just like the dude who broke my heart before I met you. You really are so much like this guy. So, and just since then, since January of 2019, I've been a mess. I thought things had gotten better and things were going to be a certain way. And in reality, hit again. And I had to readjust again. And since then, I have honestly just been a mess. Things have just continued to go down. Have I had some highlights and some up things? Yes. But as far as mentally and emotionally, I have not been. I really honestly have not been good since I got pregnant. I have not been good at all. I just have not. I put on a little face and put on a little show like, yeah, everything is everything. And I love my son. I love him more than anything on this earth. He is the reason I keep going. He is the sole reason I keep going. I love him to death. I'm grateful for him. I don't regret a thing. But I would be lying if I sat up here and said, yeah, everything's everything, because it's not. I want to be better. And that's why I am doing this journey. I struggle with my weight. I've struggled with my weight pretty much my whole life, but I have really, 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 really struggled with my weight since having Houston. I want to get that under wraps. I'm stressed out all the time, so my skin is suffering, so I want to get that under wraps. I grow my hair back out over a year ago, but I did not because I was tripping. But I'm growing that thing out now. So, yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to get to a place where I am mentally okay, emotionally okay. That's what I want, so I can be a better mother, a better person, because I have just changed. Like, I miss the Kiera that I was. I know I will never be that Kiera again. I've gone through too much, and it's changed me. Heartbreak changes you. Going through a somewhat traumatic pregnancy changes you. Going through a lot of the things it's just gonna change you. But that's what life is. Life is a continuous change, a continuous adjustment. So I want to adjust in a positive way. I want to be okay. So yeah, I hope you guys follow me on this 30-day journey. This is day 1. I've already done all my exercises today. I've already taken my sugar bear hair today. That's what I'm doing for my hair journey, y'all. Boom, boom. Okay. But yes, I've done all of that stuff already. And I guess tomorrow I will go over my exact goals as far as my weight, my hair, and my skin. I guess I'll do different videos for that, because the point of this is really to kind of like vlog. I want to do a mostly vlog. I want to do a mostly kind of vlog type thing with this. But as I said in the beginning of the video, that just ain't happen like that. But yeah, so boom. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm finally gonna start this YouTube. I've been trying to start for like 4 or 5 years now, y'all. It's been a long time coming, but we're in quarantine. Your girl is stuck in the house, bored as a motherfucker. So what other excuse do I have? So yeah, I hope you all join me on this mental and emotional evolution and journey. So yeah,